Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and I want to share some really hype game trailers for upcoming mobile and console and PC games that are going to be released in the next sort of year or two window, so you can get a head start on, what you want to play, maybe if you want to start saving money for some of these games, and just to be on the lookout for what is coming next. And also to know about these universes, because a lot of these games nowadays are coming from IPs that are not necessarily super well established, like Marvel and DC. Like the first one we're watching right here. This is a really cool, very high fidelity mobile game for Solo Leveling, which is originally a manhwa, which is like a Korean manga. And they actually bought the rights to it to make not only an anime, but also a game, or maybe 2 or 3. So this is the first one here. It's really cool graphically. There's voice acting, really nice stuff, and for better or for worse, all of these games that I'm going to be showing you guys today are coming to us from our favorite publisher, Netmarble, as you can see there in the corner. And no, guys, just to clear it up, very briefly at the beginning, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid to say this or whatever. It just so happens that Netmarble has a lot of popularity when it comes to getting the rights to these games, and they're very well liked in the community. So I'll show you guys here. This is where I want to sort of start the thesis before you guys jump to the conclusion that, I'm a paid Netmarble spy or whatever. App Annie released this Top Publishers Awards 2021, and the award is basically just how much money they're bringing in, which, let's be honest, for most businesses, that is the award that they're going for 99% of the time. Now, this is overall publishers. This is not exclusive to one genre or one, one platform, whether it's console, mobile, or whatever. And it's not exclusive to any one region of the world. So Tencent's #1 overall. They had all those acquisitions, buying a majority holding, or buying Riot outright, buying parts of PoE, all this stuff. Then we have NetEase. You'll recognize most of these names. Playrix, Activision Blizzard, Zynga, which I think is now owned by Blizzard or someone else. Bandai Namco, Elden Ring coming soon. Supercell, which is like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, etc. And then there we go, our golden goose, the game that we cannot seem to let go. Netmarble's Marvel Future Fight. Obviously, Marvel Future Fight is not the lion's share of it here, but they're 8th overall in an extremely competitive market. Like, if you look at these companies and you look at all the games that they have, you're like, bro, Netmarble's 8th? Netmarble's ahead of Sony and Google and Square Enix? What? And Roblox and Konami and Disney? Yeah, bro. Netmarble bangs. Netmarble bangs with the best of them. So it's no wonder, with them being in the top 10 in revenue worldwide for just games straight up, that they would be getting first pick for a lot of these huge names. So I showed you guys the Solo Leveling one. I'm going to have to back out a little bit here to go back here. But this is basically something they published very recently. This was the 27th of January. This is in Korean, so we're just going to have to look at the pretty pictures. But this gives you a look at what's on the horizon. And I'm not saying, what's on the horizon because Marvel Future Fight is lastly being put out to greener pastures or anything like that. I'm planning on playing MFF hardcore for the next 2+ years, right? I think it has at least 2 years of juice left in it, if not more. However, I got extra time on my hands. I want to check out some of these games, and I also want to avoid the games that may look good, but won't actually end up being any good, because those ones can oftentimes be the bigger traps to fall into. So we've got a new 7 Nights game. We've got this one called like How to Train Your Monster 2. It looks cool, but I've never heard of it. We got this Raven game. We got this Merge Kula Island game. Trust me, it gets better. We got this Meta World game. No relation to Run Our Test. We got this baseball game. Baseball's super popular in Korea. We've got these Grand Cross games. No relation to 7 Deadly Sins. We have this game called Squad Battle. I thought you guys would get a huge kick out of this. It's literally called Squad Battle, guys. Yeah, I know. We got this other game, Overprime. We got a couple other games here. And then it gets really interesting when we scroll down a little bit further. We've got the Solo Leveling game. Very, very cool. We have a Game of Thrones game, which is never going to sound cool to say out loud, but could be very, very good. They butchered the last couple seasons, but man, the foundation that George R.R. Martin laid with that universe and the world building that he did could make for an insanely good game. And there's actually so many genres, right? Strategy, MMO, action RPG. There's so many types of games that this type of world would thrive in. We have a hilarious BTS game. And then we have the other big one that I want to talk about, and that a lot of content creators are talking about right now: Seven Deadly Sins Origin. And for those of you that love Seven Deadly Sins, for those of you that love Grand Cross, for those of you that even love Genshin Impact, or should I say GENSHIN Impact, you'll have a lot of familiarity with that one there. But I want to go a little bit further. Just hang on with me here. This game called New World, I have no idea what this is. A new game called DC Heroes and Villains. Don't get your hopes up. I did, and I was disappointed. And then what I want to point out here, for Netmarble, again, remember, they're 8th in the world. Look at all these games that so this is the name of the game that's listed here. They don't give you a timeline for when this is going to be released, but in my opinion, when Netmarble, like we can see from their track record, usually when they start releasing trailers, like teaser trailers, the game can't be more than like, I want to say a year and a half out, like 18 months out, because even with COVID, right, we got some huge gameplay trailers and some huge releases at PAX 2020 in March for Marvel Future Revolution. And then in the middle of the craziest lockdown in history, pandemic, etc., the game released at the end of June 2021. So that's less than 18 months later. Now, again, this is subject to fluctuations, and I'm just speculating. I have no basis for proof here to tell you guys that these games are all going to release in 18 months or less if they've released a trailer, but I'm just saying. But yeah, what I want to point out is that all of these games are going to be available for mobile, except for 2, and a lot of the mobile games are also going to be released with a PC client. This is something that Netmarble's been pushing for a lot of their games now. They just released a few months ago a mobile or a client version for the global accounts for Grand Cross, and they have it for other games, and it seems like this is something they're going to be doing moving forward. And we see also that merger with Google and sort of the new Windows having that integration where you can play Android games from the Play Store straight on your desktop. But yeah, only 2 of the games, Squad Battle and this Squad Battle here, and some other one, the Overprime one, are not available on PC or phone or console. Anywho, here's the next one: DC Heroes and Villains. This is really cool.
Interesting thing.
Okay.
Power
Really cool trailer. Check it out.
is not whether it's used for good or evil.
However,
Nor is it that even the
what I want to say is,
power can be lost in an instant.
don't get your hopes up, okay? I put this one in here
To do when identities
because it's important.
the line between hero and villain.
It's important to keep your expectations at a proper level. You know what I'm saying?
Distinction draws near.
All right. So I was really excited.
Enter
Trigon,
a crisis where sworn enemies will
You know?
be forced to unite.
Batman, Lex Luthor, Superman,
Fate of the
Harley,
universe
right?
is in your hands.
Really cool, right? Really cool graphics, really cool voiceover. DC Heroes and Villains, right? And we're thinking in our heads, man, look what they did with Marvel Future Fight, Marvel Future Revolution. They can really make this game amazing. Apparently, so I had no idea this game existed. They have a website where you can pre-register for DC Heroes and Villains. They have pre-registration goals. This, to me, means the game is coming out very soon. I would say not even 12 months until this game releases. There's the official trailer. You can discover the game. There's even a thing here for content creators. But apparently, you can actually find... Okay, I sort of spoiled it with those screenshots, but you can actually find... There's a video here with only 600 views, and it's someone playing the game at the end of December, so like a month ago. It's a match 3 game, bro. How could they do this? I know Puzzle Quest exists, and I guess it's a popular game. And, I know Candy Crush is like one of the most profitable games of all time. Maybe some young moms out there nowadays who grew up reading comics and stuff are going to get into games like this. But this honestly just breaks my heart knowing the capabilities that Netmarble has for games and seeing all of these Pro Cyborg, Enchantress, seeing all these really cool characters reduced to a match 3 tapping game. Anywho, here's the next one. This is the one that I'm most hype about. This is the Seven Deadly Sins Origin game, and this trailer looks fantastic. Again, a trailer of this high fidelity means the game cannot be that far behind. This is this looks like, although I don't think they're saying this is in-game. I can't read what it says in the top left corner in Korean. I don't know if they're saying this is in-game footage, but this looks very, very good. And it's shot in a way that looks like it's in-game footage. So this looks basically like Genshin Impact, but in the 7 Deadly Sins in the universe, which I love, because the one problem I always had, and I think some other people always had with Genshin Impact, is that the game is really good, the mechanics of the game are really good, the gameplay, the rewards, the community, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not the community. But the one thing that I just could not get over with Genshin Impact is the IP. I don't care about Honkai. I don't care about the characters. I'm sorry. All right? I know there's lots of these games super popular, so they don't need, you know, more fans necessarily. But that was really my only issue with it, was that I just could not get into the IP. And that's why we play games like Marvel Future Fight, because we like the IP. Right, so look at how beautiful this is, and I think the 7 Deadly Sins IP is a lot stronger. I mean, for me it is, and I would love to play a game like this and be able to tag out between different characters and do all this cool stuff. There's some really, really cool stuff that we see here with these characters doing like combo attacks, and if those could be your friends playing with you. Like, I'm not sure if this is a single player or multiplayer kind of thing, but man, like, there's even some co-op stuff in Genshin, so there's definitely a possibility. And the fact that this could release for mobile and PC just has me so excited. Really, really cool stuff. Like, imagine they do this in the future. This is like Breath of the Wild type, you know, type vibes as well. Imagine they do this in the future for Marvel, like a spiritual successor to Marvel Heroes, but more like this vibe. I think that would literally print money. That is absolutely mental. So I wanted to show you guys those trailers. There aren't trailers for a lot of the other games, so it's kind of touch and go. You can pre-register. I'm not exactly sure what that means on this website called TapTap. I'm not sure how credible or how safe this website is. I don't know exactly what you need to do to pre-register. Maybe you just need to punch in an email, and it'll send you an email when it's you know, ready to pre-install or whatever, for like a beta or whatever it is. But yeah, there's a lot of games that are going to be coming out in the next year or two, and it seems like some of the best IPs are going to be under the Netmarble umbrella, for better or for worse. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. I also had a link here, not a link, but a website here, Tapas, if you want to read the webtoon for Solo Leveling. If that one caught your eye, it's really, really cool. It's basically a story about a guy who is basically in a video game. And he starts off at level 0, and then he levels his way up, and he becomes stronger and more powerful, unlocking new items, unlocking new skills, and like, it's like a real life version of a video game. It's very, very cool. The writing's really good. The drawing is awesome, and it's popular enough that the rights were purchased for, like I said, both an anime and at least one video game. So I cannot wait to see, and hopefully this will spawn more, because there's tons of really good IPs out there that are lesser known that could definitely get this treatment and be really fun and really, really cool. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.